Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Hotter Than You podcast. I'm your host, Leah. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're recording. We're recording. If you're watching me on the video right now, hello. Pink is my color, isn't it? Like, I look so good in pink. And I was honestly thinking about dyeing my hair pink. Like, pink. Because I think I could pull it off. However, I don't want to have pink hair living in Michigan because it's like if you're pale with pink hair, like it's just not right. Okay, so let me take a deep breath. Just like ground for a second because this is a lot for me. I'm not going to lie. Like the lighting, I don't like. You guys know I don't like bright lights in my eyes. And right now I have two sunshines beaming in my face and it's really overstimulating to me. So I don't know why, but I put like blocks in my head that like aren't true. So the reason I didn't want to like video record this for a long time is because I was like, okay, you're going to have to get ready every week, set this shit up, look in the camera, like, and I just had to be real. Like, and I don't like doing things when like my house is dirty. So right now in my basement, my couch is like full of laundry, clean clothes that I have to fold. Like the kids' play area is a mess. The upstairs is a fucking mess. And like I put these blocks in my head like I can't record this podcast until my house is clean. I don't know why I do that, but it's just like what my brain does. And it's like not true. Like I can come down here in my sweats and I can like put some makeup on and record a podcast and it's fine. So those like mental blocks were making me like not want to video record because it was too much for my autistic ass. Like seriously, these lights, I could cry. But you know what? I have to get used to it if I want to take this to the next level, which I do. I want to. And I have to like fucking try. You know, I can't like sit behind my computer in my like perfectly clean home like a fucking psycho and expect this podcast to take off. People like visual. People like to see you. And I couldn't post reels on my Instagram. By the way, my podcast Instagram is at Hotter Than You Podcast. Please go follow me and leave me a review on this podcast because I like feedback. If it's 1 star though, like keep that to yourself. If it's a bad review, keep it to yourself. But if it's good, leave me a review. No, I want you to be honest, but take it easy. Take it easy on me, please. So, in order to grow this podcast, I need to be posting reels like on TikTok, Instagram, and I need to get like consistent with it. So I'm ready to like be fucking serious here. Take you guys serious. Please take me serious and let's have some fucking fun. That's what this podcast is about. I want us to come here. I want you guys to just laugh at me. I don't care if you laugh at me. You don't have to laugh with me. You can laugh at me. And I just want to like tell you guys about my life and make jokes and talk about cock, big cock, little cock, fat cock, all of them. All of them. I don't care what it is. And I would love this to be my job. Truly. Like I'm having trouble looking you guys in the eyes, but I want this to be my job. Like this is my dream. It really fucking is. So I would say I've been thinking about this podcast now and like starting one for a couple years, probably like 2 years. And doing something like this is so fucking scary. Okay, so back in May, I had all of this set up already. I had all of it set up and I was coming down here and I was almost like trying too hard. Okay, I would like full glam. I'd come sit down and I'd almost like put on a show. And it is a little bit of that, you know, I'm not always like uppity completely like this, you know, like I'm not always like this. I mean, I would say I am a lot though. I am a lot. And it just felt forced. Like it felt forced. I would have like flashcards and I was like trying to stay on topic. And I don't think that format is for me. That like structure is for me. because I like to just go with the flow. So right here, I'm going with the flow. I'm going to come down here, press record, and just flow. See if I can get in that flow state. Like Lil Wayne and Juice World. So here I am. I'm going to show up for you guys every week, and I'm going to see where this shit goes. I have big dreams for this podcast, and I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to go. And honestly, when you have an idea and you want to like do something like this, just start. Me coming down here and putting on a fucking robotic show for you was at least starting. Okay, I got the name. I got some photos done, and I started. Although it wasn't like my exact vision when a couple months ago, that's why I didn't post it. I was like, this is not the vision I want. Okay, this is not the podcast I want. Okay, it felt forced, it felt fake, and I was like, scratch that. If I have to sit behind my computer and at least feel more myself, then that's how I'll start. Okay, so I got that down. Okay, I got the recording down. I don't know what the fuck I said, but I was in flow state. Okay, I was in flow state. All right, that was step 1. Now I'm finally back down here and recording with you guys, actually looking you in the eye, and I can do that and feel more natural. You just do what you got to do. If you got to cut, it was too much to go all in at once for me, personally. It was. And so I took it step by step, and, I don't want to get dressed up. Okay. So I put a little makeup on, and I put my sweats on, and I let my fupa hang, and here we are. So I'm so excited. I really fucking am. And I feel like I'm in good spirits. Like, I really am. I really fucking am. So over the weekend, I have some tea. I have some tea for you guys. So over the weekend, my kid's dad came and stayed with us. He had a wedding here in town, and it was fun. Honestly, the vibes were good. I did get mad at him one night, but that's just like, I wasn't actually mad. I was just like I just get a little like cunty, I get a little like sporadic sometimes. And then we laugh about it an hour later. So he stayed 3 nights. Well, the second night I did not let him stay here. Or I guess, I don't know. I'll get into it. So night 1, he got here really fucking late. He got here at like 1 a.m. or something. And mind you, I haven't seen this man in 3 months. Which is crazy. Like, we were together every day for like 5 years. Like, we had 2 kids together, regardless of what it looked like. For the most part, it was good. I'm not going to lie. It was that small percentage that was bad. It was just really bad. So, like, day to day wasn't fucking horrible in our relationship, right? We were together for 5 years. We had 2 kids together. And not seeing him for 3 months was fucking weird. Like, I felt like a stranger was coming into my home. And it made me like freak out because I'm in this flow right now of life where just I'm used to being alone. I'm used to going to bed alone. I'm used to like my routine with my kids. Okay, I'm not used to having another body in here fucking everything up. He didn't fuck everything up, but just it fucks the flow up. Okay, it does. It fucks the flow up. And I love when I always say and it just does. Okay. So he flies in Thursday night, and his car is all fucked up. His Uber's fucked up. So I need a drink of water. I don't know why. Maybe talking about it stresses me out. It really kind of does. Okay. I think I'm getting stressed talking about it. It's like making me like lose track, Is it like a trauma response? So he flies in, and my body like goes into shock when he walks in. Like I think I'm going into shock right now. My body started tingling. I started hyperventilating. I'm not kidding. And I was like, I could not sleep that first night he was here. I was like, oh my God, there's a stranger in my house. And I'm like, I was tweaking, and I'm starting to tweak right now. I'm not going to lie. Like, my armpits are sweating. And let's just kind of like move forward with this conversation, right? So I'm not freaking out. And so he stays here the first night, whatever. The second night he comes, or he's staying here, he has a wedding rehearsal to go to. So he comes home late again, and he was like, I'll be home around 11. Well, 12:30 comes around and he's still not here. And I call him and his phone's off. And I'm like, honestly, fuck you. Like, I'm not, you're already interrupting my flow. And if you can't just like communicate with me what time you're going to be back, because he's like, oh, well, does it matter? And I'm like, yeah, it kind of does now, because this is my house and I'm like strict. Okay. I'm living in a strict household right now. I'm the sergeant, and you can't, if you're an hour and a half late, just let me know. Okay. Like, you don't live here anymore and you're stressing me out. Like, I just, it's too much for me now. Like, if you're not peaceful and calm and like just being honest and communicating, then get the fuck out. That's how I feel. Then get the fuck out. So 12:30, his phone's off, and that right there gives me trauma, because when we used to fight, he would leave and turn his phone off. So it's like immediately just like, fuck you. If you can't like, why is your phone off? Like, I don't care what you're doing, by the way. Just communicate with me, because he's like, well, just go to bed. That's not how I function. That's not how I function. I like to, I have alarms in my house. I need to be communicated to. Okay. So his phone's off. It's 12:30. He agreed to be back around 11. Okay. I'm not like that crazy. I'm not like, oh, it's 11 o'clock. Where are you? But it's an hour and a half later. And I'm kind of like, where the fuck are you? So I put his stuff outside and I lock all my doors. And I'm like, I turn my phone off and I'm like, if you want to play this game, like, I'm not doing it, So I hear a banging on my door around like 1, and I'm like, listen, like, just go sleep somewhere else, because now, like, the shop's closed. Okay, the shop's closed. You didn't want to communicate with me, and it's just, I don't know what this deal is, but he's like, my phone died. Well, it wasn't dead when you were standing outside calling me. You turned your phone off. Like, I know what he's doing, and I don't want to be a part of it. Like, he's trying to stress me out a little bit, and I'm kind of like, fuck you. I can't. Okay, so I let him in. And I'm just like telling him, like, this is the thing. It's not what it used to be in this house, okay? I'm explaining to him why I'm mad, and it's not about what I care about what he's doing. It's just about respect in my house. You're not going to disrespect me. And he knows how I am. That's the thing. He knows how I am. And it's just stop. And so he goes and stays at his adopted dad's. And he comes back the next morning, and we just laugh about it, because I'm like, just don't do that to me right now. Okay, this is a lot for me emotionally. That first night he was here, I was like really worked up and like crying, because I was just, a lot of emotions were flowing in that I haven't felt in a while. And it was just like a lot for me. It's not just like, hey, like my friend coming and staying with me. Like, this is a person that I have a lot of emotional attachment to, whether it's good or bad. There's just a lot there. And him just even being here is a lot for me right now, because I am healing. I am in a place of healing, and I'm like making progress, and like him coming here and not even disrupting it, just existing in my world is a lot. And, it's not like a bad thing. It's just, it is what it is. So night 2, whatever. Okay, I need to take a deep breath again. Okay, so then we wake up, and then night 3, or day 3, he has the wedding. So he leaves at like 12. Like, we barely see him over the weekend, which is fine. And, the kids like seeing him, whatever. So night 3, he goes to the wedding. He gets home late again. I don't even care, because I'm like, it's the wedding night. He doesn't tell me a time. I'm like, you know what? I already crashed. I had my crash out time. Let's just move forward. So he gets home late, and I don't really I'm kind of like, the emotions are over at this point. So I don't really care anymore. And then Sunday we just bring him back, and it was kind of like, the energy overall was good, and the kids liked seeing him, and it is what it is. I'm like, I don't want to have bad blood anymore. I just want to move forward in my life and focus on myself. Okay. Putting energy into that and like, oh my God, like, fuck him, whatever, is just giving him the energy. Like, I have to set boundaries. I have to set boundaries in this, and just have a good positive vibe. That's all I can do. So that's that. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's kind of like making me frazzled. So let's move forward. I want to talk about something else that I've been doing, and that is spinal energetics. Okay. I'm going to ask chat right now exactly the definition of spinal energetics because honestly, I couldn't give you a definition, but let me tell you right now, it fucking works. It fucking works. So, about 3 weeks ago, I decided I wanted to try this out because I'm really focused right now on healing my nervous system and just moving forward. Okay. And that sounds cliche a little bit like, yeah, like do that. But for me, I really have to focus on this right now in order to like fulfill my dreams in life. I do because I notice when I fall back into these old patterns and old like feelings, it brings me 10 steps back. It does. And like I can see it in my everyday life. Okay? Bad things happen. I'm not kidding. When I go fuck Fatty or when I have Fatty come over and fuck, I notice that week feels a little off. I'm not as into work. I'm not as focused. I'm not as like present because I'm focused on Fatty and why he doesn't like me. Fuck you, Fatty. If you follow me on my Instagram, if you're watching these podcasts, it's like a must to follow my Instagram because I post stories and I talk about things and then I come back on this podcast and I talk about them here. So you have to follow along. And I'm not the best at like telling stories like full full force and like telling every detail. I get kind of like a little frazzled. So you have to follow along. Okay? So on my Instagram story last week, I talked about Fatty, and I've talked about him here too. My last podcast was me saying I'm going to block him. Bitch, I did not block him, okay? We fucked one more time. And it was good. We fucked and it was good, okay? And then I was like, okay, this is bad. Leah, you have to stop. And I haven't fucked him since. And that was 2 weeks ago or something. I don't know. Anyways, so I got to cut that shit out. Okay. And then, yes, the patterns, you guys know. Okay, back to spinal energetics. So spinal energetics is, I'm going to read the definition, a healing modality that works with the spine, the nervous system, and the body's subtle energy to help release tension, trauma, and stored emotions. Okay. So I go to this girl. She's located here in Portage. Her name's Courtney O'Reilly, I believe. And she's fucking amazing. And I love her. I love her energy. I love her vibe. I love her. Okay. And I've had 2 sessions with this. So the first session, you go in and she kind of just wants to get to know you, gets to know your traumas, get to know what you're holding on to. And you guys know it's like damn near an exorcism when I let go. Like I really just have a lot to hold on. I'm holding on to a lot. Okay. I'm holding on to a lot. And I go in and we're talking, I'm crying, and she's just listening and she's getting to know me, getting to know what she needs to focus on, whatever. So you lay on this bed and she connects with your spine energetically and she's like moving the energy out of your body. So during this session, my first session, I was laying there and I was like, there's no way I'm going to cry. Okay. I just didn't feel like I was going to right when I laid down. It's crazy. Okay. It's crazy. So this is like 2 minutes in. Okay. And then about 5 minutes in, I just start fucking bawling. Okay. I'm bawling my eyes out and I'm like, literally my body's on fire. And I'm like, holy fuck, this is crazy. And I just feel like this intense emotion. And I just like, I'm having these visions and like, it's like things that I've been holding on to. And my face was stuck in that ugly cry face. Like it was stuck like that. And she was like, Leah, your face is stuck like that because it's releasing all of those times that you wanted to cry and you smiled. Like my face is twitching right now. That's so weird. Like even talking about it. So the session, you guys are working together in this session, okay? But afterwards, you're like riding this wave of emotion, and you have to like listen to your body. You can't just get this spinal energetics done and then go back to your old patterns. Okay? You have to carve this new path for you. You cannot do the old patterns. Otherwise the spinal energetics is not working. So yes, you're going into the session and you're releasing a lot of energy and stored emotions, but the 3 days after are really important. So, the 3 days after, I felt kind of crazy. Like I felt really down and depressed. And I had this drive. I drove to my mom's house and I just was like really fucking angry on this drive. And she told me, if you feel these emotions, you need to release them. So I was on my way to my mom's house and I was fucking screaming at the top of my lungs like a fucking psycho. And I was like, ah, like screaming so loud. And I was sobbing and I was like, I felt like a psycho. And afterwards, I just felt lighter. I felt lighter and I felt like I released so much, and I feel like my nervous system is really fucking resetting. I really do. I don't think I can do this healing work like by myself. I don't. I think that spinal energetics and doing these like outsourcing a little bit, kind of getting things moving is seriously making a difference, because the 3 days after too, I felt like my body like twitching, like I was really like my body felt sore. Almost like I did an intense workout. It's crazy, you guys. Adding adding this into my life and routine is going to make a huge difference. I can just feel it. Intuitively, I feel so much clearer. And that's what's crazy. That's why I hopped on this podcast. I'm not going to lie, because I felt this deep intuition. I've been feeling this. Like, it's strong, you guys, like to do this podcast. I don't know what it is. It's like screaming in my ear, like, bitch, get down there and record this podcast. Like, this is your calling. I don't know why. There's no why. There's just the feeling. And I have to listen to it. I have to listen to it. So just listening to your body, healing your nervous system. I literally just asked chat, how can I heal my nervous system? Spinal energetics is on there. Breath work, cutting the toxic loops, cutting the toxic bullshit. Stop fucking fatty. That literally came up on my chat. No, it didn't. Stop fucking fatty. Stop giving your energy to people who don't give a fuck. Stop caring. Who gives a fuck? I don't care, you guys. It's just so crazy how much I've stopped giving a fuck too. Like, with just in the last couple weeks. It's crazy. So, that's kind of like my update for you guys. I spent the weekend with my baby dad. I'm really fucking healing my nervous system. Okay, and I know that that's so important if you want to take the next step in life. And I want to take the next step. You guys know that. I'm trying to take the next step. Okay, I'm not trying to do this. I'm thankful for my life right now and like what I have, but this is not the life I want, and that's okay. Okay? So go see Courtney O'Reilly, Spinal Energetics in Portage. Like, that shit it works. I wouldn't be here right now if I didn't have that session. I believe that. Like, I felt such an intense change in my aura, in my energy, in the way I wake up every day. I swear to God, you guys, go get that shit done and take care of yourselves, okay? I love you. And don't fuck that fatty. Whatever your fatty is, don't do it, okay? It doesn't have to be fucking a fatty. It can be anything. Stay hotter than you. And I will see you guys next week. Mwah.